Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors the elders and apostles, the great millstone, who are teaching this truth in sincerity. And a shout out to Yakims out there on the and to Akim that's out there in four quarters of the earth proclaiming this truth. Braka the Yahweh, Braka the Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, Brakata. So lucky for that. Got tongue-tied for a second there. Well, looking at the articles here, U.S. launches heavy attack on Kataib Hezbollah in eastern Syria. So, yeah, Biden's not even been in office for a month, and he's already begun his terrorism against Syria. Well, not 2 months, anyways. He's been president now for a little over a month. So he's, launching his terrorist attack against Syria, in what they claim Hezbollah positions, because Hezbollah was invited by the Syrian government to combat the terrorist proxies of the United States and Israeli state especially. The U.S. coalition carried out heavy strikes over eastern Syria on Thursday evening, targeting a number of Iraqi parliamentary personnel near the border city of al-Bakami. According to reports from eastern Syria, the U.S. coalition targeted the troops of Kataib Hezbollah at a base near the Iraqi border. So, yeah, they did officially attack Hezbollah. It resulted in heavy damage to the installation. The number of U.S. casualties from the U.S. strikes is still unknown at this time, as Kataib Hezbollah has not released any figures regarding their losses. The attack was first carried out by the administration of the King of Babylon since he took office on January 21st. So he's only been the president for a little over a month. The Biden administration said the attack Thursday night was carried out in retaliation for a rocket attack in Iraq that killed one American contractor. So, the war continues. And why was that carried out? Because the U.S., Donald Trump in particularly, had launched a terror attack, a drone strike that killed Soleimani. But wait, there's more, there's a news report on this.
Now, in retaliation to the recent rocket attacks on U.S. troop locations in Iraq, the U.S. military launched an airstrike on facilities used by the Iranian-backed militia in eastern Syria. Now, the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights reported that at least 17 pro-Iran fighters have been killed in the first military action undertaken by the Biden administration. The Pentagon spokesman, John Kirby, said in a statement that at President Biden's direction, the U.S. military forces had conducted airstrikes against infrastructure utilized by Iran-backed militant groups in eastern Syria. These strikes were authorized in response to the recent attacks against American and coalition personnel in Iraq and to the ongoing threats to those personnel. Now, Kirby added that the move was actually designed to de-escalate the situation in eastern Syria and Iraq. The U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin had said that the correct target was actually hit as a part of the strike.
So there you have it. More war escalations. And we said that he was going to take everything into war. But hey, here's someone else that's actually looking at the same thing. A newer channel called Resisting the Reset. I'm not sure how I came across him. But nonetheless, though, he gets into these things as well.
The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret owners.
So bomb-dropping Joe is at it again. He has carried out an airstrike in Syria on Iranian-backed forces, and the old America is flying high again. Boy, let me tell you, that eagle is in the sky, and we are out to be the global police. We're out to raise taxes now on the average American, print dollars, cause hyperinflation, take away your civil liberties, and then also just bomb the Middle East. Oh yeah, America, we're back. So here we are.
Like the song America,
and,
fuck yeah.
At least an element of the deep state is definitely back in control. You had people like John Bolton in Trump's administration and others that were foaming at the mouth and watering at the eyes and begging as if bombing the Middle East was some sort of euphoric drug to them. Trump, please start a war with Iran. Please, we need to do this now. Oh, Syria, we have to start a war with Syria. Oh, gas. This video is going to be censored big time, isn't it? I just said so many trigger words. Hey, but you know what? I know some of you might see it. Some of you will see it. I do believe that. I just hope it doesn't get taken down. Hey, before I get into the story here, this is breaking news. Very, very important. Before I get into the story, I want to encourage everybody to check out a video I published. I believe it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah, so he's on BitChute as well.
Yesterday morning. Was it yesterday morning? Was it this morning? I don't know. But very recently, Australia boos the jab. Fed payment system goes down and financial reset incoming. I had to post it on BitChute because, well, I post all my videos on BitChute. And there are many that I only post there. This is one of them recently. I did intend to post this on YouTube, but they wouldn't let me because I played some sort of copyright material.
And that's another thing. Remember what I said about The Last American Vagabond? As long as I was on YouTube, I got a copyright strike for using copyrighted material. And it seemed to look like it had come directly from The Last American Vagabond, but I took snippets from The Last American Vagabond, put it on BitChute, not a problem. My video's still on there. You can't give any medical misinformation over here, but nonetheless, though, we know the tests are rigged, and that, if people knew that the tests were rigged, they wouldn't be getting no goddamn test. And hey, we declared that we ain't taking no goddamn test, because the tests are rigged. We said that from the very beginning of this CV hoax. Anyhow, another article, U.S. military strike on resistant fighters draws strong condemnation. Well, do you think? You think they're going to be happy about it? Russia termed the airstrike that came in the wee hours of Friday morning as illegal and extremely dangerous, which it said could lead to escalation of situation and outbreak of a major conflict. So they're letting you know. Magog, who's a guard unto them. In a statement, Vladimir Dishkov, deputy chairman of Russian Parliament International Affairs Committee, said Syria possesses modern weapons, including the S-300 installations, warning the U.S. to be extremely careful with such action. So letting them know that, hey, we're guard unto them, and they're armed to protect against you terrorists. Earlier, the Pentagon said the attack was carried out on Biden's order, teaming it is a defense precision strike in retaliation to recent rocket attacks on the U.S. and coalition troops in Iraq. Yeah, but that was carried out, but, not admitting any guilt to, killing Soleimani are actually, illegal drone strikes. Yeah, no, they'll never admit something like that, even though everybody knows about it. 1 martyred, 4 wounded as U.S. attacks anti-terror forces on Iraq-Syria border. So, again, because that's what Hezbollah really is. They're anti-terror groups, to fight against the terrorism that's being brought by the United States. 1 person has lost their life and 4 others have been wounded in the U.S. military's air raid against positions of resistance forces operating against terror groups on the Iraqi-Syrian border, an informed source tells Press TV. The casualties were caused in the early hours of Friday as the American terrorists targeted facilities used by Iraq's popular mobilization units, better known as Hashid al-Shabi, at a border point in eastern Syria where the resistance group has been fighting the remnants of the Takfiri Daesh terror groups in coordination with the governments in both Arab countries. So you see that indeed they are escalating this. But wait, there's more. Secretly, Biden's foreign policies are Trump's foreign policies. Yeah, some of the things that Trump might have held back on, but they were still the same thing. Biden's foreign policies are putting Democratic Party lipstick onto the Republican Party's pig. That's his change on U.S. foreign policies, which we can just see that he's carrying out everything that, he wouldn't. But remember, Trump started attacking Syria. He was only the president for about a year, and they did a false flag chemical attack and then said that Syria did this, and then they attacked Syria. But it was just so embarrassing, because the S-300 systems took out the missiles and pretty much Bashar al-Assad just walked right to work back the next morning after those flawed airstrikes, those flawed targets, pretty much went back to work, Though President Joe Biden is publicity critical of Trump's foreign policies, he's continuing almost all of them and is changing only minor ones. The changes are entirely in rhetoric, not in actual policies, will be documented here. So pretty much, this, Biden, is against Trump and is going to undo everything that Trump did, is all rhetoric. It's just so that way he sounds good, right? So people actually have the illusion that, okay, yeah, finally we got someone else in there. No, you don't. All they do is they just change the clown suit. California collapsing. California now fulfills fighter Dashka's nightmare vision in his prophetic masterpiece, The Possessed, as to unlimited liberalism must inevitably create, if not stopped in its tracks and rolled back. Where California goes today, the result of the United States and much of the Western world goes tomorrow. But we are seeing in America, most populous state, is the complete internal collapse of the entire liberal, progressive civilization and the society that has most frantically tried to fulfill it. So you see, that's just it, is especially with recall Newsom, but then they decided to go ahead and attack Texas, with their weapons of warfare, their war weapons. So you can see what's happening, though, as this place is collapsing, leading to the mark of the beast, and that's why the Crown Royal hoax and everything else, getting everybody used to them jabs, getting everybody used to them swabs, and it's all rigged, Pretty much, though, tests are rigged. That's why we ain't taking no goddamn test. Joel chapter 3, and it reads, I will also gather all nations and bring them down to the valley of Yehoshaphat, which is why this is going to continue. Skirmishes in the Middle East, and continuing bombing against Syria, Iran, Iraq, Yemen, all that. And we'll plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and part of my land, when they sold us and they traded us. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they may drink. And all these nations are guilty for that. Yea, and what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? That's the Middle East. Will you render me a recompense? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your head? And how is the Most High recompensing him? By constant war, Because you have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. Talking about Amalek in particularly. The children also of Yehudah and the children of Jerusalem have you sold unto the Grecians, that you might remove them far from the border. And Amalek very much was in charge of the trades. Behold, I will raise them out of the place where you have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your head. And definitely Esau Edom is being recompensed. And it's going to continue until the bombs actually hit. But you see, all these draconian laws and all that are punishing these Edomites, man. They can't take much more of this lockdowns. And this fraudulent system of, okay, you're in the purple tier. Oh, now you're in the red tier. Oh, no, more coronavirus cases. We're going to move you back to the purple tier. And the tests are rigged. But people are so stuck on stupid, they're going to take a goddamn test anyways. But if you're part of the elect, you ain't taking no goddamn test. For that, I want to say, Braka the Yahweh, Braka the Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakadash, Wa Abab Baal, and Brakatum the hopeful elect. Shalom.